Hey, Arcturus here. Today we're looking at Arjac Rockfist for the Space Wolves in Warhammer 40k. This is a really cool model with two poses. Unfortunately, there's not a way to magnetize it to where you can do both. So here he is in detail. As you can see, he has the normal human skulls replaced with wolf skulls, like most of the Space Wolf specific models have. He has some tools there on his belt. He has this nice necklace here, and then bearded head. It's a shame he doesn't have a helmeted option, but that's all right. A really nice shield here with several runes on all four sides of it, and then some nice symbols there with the hammer and anvil, because he is supposed to be one of their smiths, if I remember the lore correctly. Nice rune, extra rune here for some extra detail there on the back. Not a ton of detail on the back. You do get some little charms on the legs like you have here. Some runes on the one side plate, or a scar, I guess, there. A little difficult to see. And then he has some extra charms there on that leg. And then you have the two shoulder pads. This one has the wolf skull, and then this one has some details that are covered by the shield. It is a sort of like almost British lion, but a wolf instead. But that same sort of pose, I forget what that's called. Then he has his own little halo here on top with a anvil and a lightning bolt. Pretty cool. Very cool looking hammer as well, with some nice details on the hammer head. You do only get one hammer head. Oh, and then there's also some bones here for the basing with his tactical rock. So he does have an alternate pose, which I think is a little cooler, but you can only make one arm because this is all that you're left with. If you do him in this pose, you don't get a second hammerhead here for the extension. This sticks out a bit too far. When I was looking at this before I built it, I did kind of look at how it goes together and how it would be placed on the base, and I just wasn't quite sure it wouldn't stick out too far. It'd be cool for a display piece, but putting it on the table, transporting it, seemed a little too risky for me. But he has some very nicely detailed hands. At least the one, you can see there, is equally detailed as the alternate. It just sticks out a little too far over the base, and I figured this would break in transit at some point. So I decided not to go with it, because I also thought this pose worked just fine. For a display model, I definitely would have gone with the other one, and I did look at magnetizing, but as I mentioned, there's just not enough room. There's not enough pieces in the model to really magnetize it. At that point, it gets so finicky, I'd rather just get a second one, to be honest. Not that I intend to do that anytime soon, but if I really wanted the other pose, that is what I would go for. So in 10th edition 40k, and that may change as of filming this, as the new edition should be coming out later in a few months, but time will tell if it's a index edition or continued codex until your new codex comes out. But currently in 10th edition, he has 6-inch movement, toughness 5, a 2-up save with a 4-up invuln, 6 wounds, 6+ leadership, and 1 OC. His ranged weapon is the Warhammer, which is anti-monster 3+, anti-vehicle 3+, and assault, with a 6-inch range, 1 attack, hitting on 2s, strength 8, AP -2 for 3 damage. And his melee weapon is also the Warhammer, with the same anti-monster, anti-vehicle, both on 3+, and precision, with 5 attacks, hitting on 2s, strength 8, AP -2 for 3 damage. So a nice little extra range in there for right before you close into melee. His core abilities are Deep Strike and Leader. He can lead a unit of Wolfguard Terminators. He, of course, gets access to Oath of Moment. And then he has 2 abilities. He has the Anvil of Endurance, which is, while this model is leading a unit, each time a model in that unit is destroyed by a melee attack, if that model has not fought this phase, roll 1d6 on a 4-up, do not remove the destroyed model from play. That model can fight after the attacking unit has finished making its attacks and then is removed from play. So basically a fight on death ability, on a 4-up, of course, but still that can work out pretty well when that goes off. And then he also has the Champion of the Kingsguard. Each time this model makes a melee attack that targets a character, you can reroll the hit and reroll the wound, which is quite nice. He is, of course, equipped with the Warhammer, and he has the nice shield, though that's not listed as like a part of his war gear. So a very nice epic hero. I think he looks really cool. I think it looks cool in both poses. Very much a Captain America in Endgame when he has the shield, and Thor's hammer when Thor gets that new axe, or even just, you know, a very Norse style figure with the hammer and shield. Very either Thor, or if you want to go more Marvel, that Captain America look. So I quite like him. I think he's really cool. Fun to put together. Rather a lot of little extra pieces. One thing I've noticed in some of the newer models they've been doing is they add a couple extra pieces. They give you more detail, which for heroes I think is fine. I think the trouble really comes when it's your troop choice that has all that extra little detail where you're putting things together, like on the shoulder pads, where you have the shoulder, then you have to attach the hand, and you have to attach the shoulder pad connection. That's just a lot of little extra things, and it does, of course, give a very nice model. It's the kind of thing you don't really want to see when you have to build 40 of that model. In this case, because it's just the one, it's fine. But that's all I've got for this week. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below if you've picked up Arjac Rockfist or any of the other Space Marine heroes. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.